Hey everyone! I wanted to talk about time management because I know that's something that I struggled with for a long time and I finally think I've figured it out. So I wanted to share the secret that I learned with you. The first step to using your time well is to determine what it is that you want to accomplish. What do you want to do with your time? Why are you trying to manage your time? If it's something that's a large project, like writing a book, that's going to take more time and more sessions than a smaller project like reading a few chapters of your homework. So the first step is to determine what you want to accomplish. Step 2 is to do the pre-work ahead of time. And this is something that I talk about in the article that was published on the Writer's Digest blog. There's a link to it down below. But everyone has 5-minute windows in their day that they either just scroll through social media for a little while or zone off into space. And while those can be good things and your brain does need a break, that time isn't being used to its full potential. And what you can do is you can learn to do the pre-work. Anything like brainstorming new ideas for new articles or YouTube videos, thinking about my novel while I'm walking to and from classes. It's that time where when I eventually sit down to write, I already have all of that done and I can actually write. Step 3 is to identify and activate your dead time. Again, those are those 5-minute windows where you have the time, you're just doing something else, or like you're waiting for a friend, or you're waiting for a table at a restaurant. Any of that time can be used more productively. It doesn't have to be, but it can. And if you have that time and you use that time, when you have larger chunks of time at the end of the day, that's when you can sit down to read that book you wanted to read but haven't had the chance to, or write that paper, or even just watch a TV show and relax because you've done the 5-minute chunks. So now you can have an hour of a chunk that otherwise would have been spent doing the other things. But now that you've identified it, the dead time can also be anything such as folding laundry or commuting to work. And this is only if you can really have your hands free to do other things. Audio things work really well for this. So your podcasts, your audiobooks, new music that you want to learn, all of that works really well in this setting. While you're folding laundry, listen to that podcast you wanted to listen to. While you're putting it away, keep that podcast playing, listen to that audiobook. It's a good way to accomplish more in the time you have, so that by the time you sit down to do whatever it is that you need to do in a productive manner, you've already done a lot of productive things stacked on top of each other. And you'll feel a lot more accomplished at the end of the day. Lastly, and this is something that I just figured out and I'm really glad to have figured out, utilize sticky notes. Write stuff down. And I know this is gonna sound a little crazy, but I sat down to write the other morning and I was ready to write and I wanted to write and I had all of these ideas in my head for books that I could be writing or scenes in the book that I am writing, and I knew how to get past writer's block. I knew how to get past where I was stuck. The problem was, as I sat down and opened my computer to actually start writing, I got bombarded with all sorts of other ideas. I looked around my room and I had laundry to do. I needed to wash my dishes. I needed to put the dishes away. I had an idea for a tweet, and while I could have just opened Twitter, typed the tweet, closed Twitter, I don't think I would have been that successful. So, because I know what social media has done to me. Social media is very good at sucking you in and keeping you in. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I don't know about you, but I have found many times that as soon as I open one of them, I'm there for an hour and I didn't get to do whatever it was that I was planning on doing with that time. So instead of opening Twitter, typing the tweet, and sending the tweet right then, I wrote the tweet down on a sticky note and I set the sticky note aside. And then later, I had another idea of, I need to make sure I'm connected with this person on LinkedIn. And then I was like, I can do that later. I put it on the sticky note, and I set it aside. And I proceeded to write for 2 hours uninterrupted, getting much farther than I had in the past week, and being way more productive than I would have been had I been doing laundry. Even though it's a task that I can do, it's interrupted time. And I didn't need to do it right then, I just needed to do it sometime. And that's really the trick to time management, is learning what things can be pushed till later and what things should be done now. And that is the trick. That's why it's called management, because you are managing the tasks that you need to accomplish. You only have so much time in the day, so use it the way you want to use it. I hope this has been helpful to you. If you have other questions about time management, feel free to put them in the comments and I'll make sure to get back to you on them or make another video. If you like these videos and want to learn more about general life or writing or what it is that I do, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and watch a few of the other videos to learn what else I've put out there. For example, another video I've done is how to professionalize your social media, so go check that out. I'll put a link here. Until next time, I'll see you then. Bye!